in popularity, gaining in popularity. Now, I want to go over a couple things today. Today actually was a quiet day. It was actually a quiet day on the political front. But I do have a crime I want to go over, and we'll do that last. The crime we'll go over last. The first thing I want to talk about, let me fix my camera here. Tim Walz, the man who ran for vice president, the governor of Minnesota. Well, right now, 400 employees, okay, said that he committed fraud, knew fraud was going on. He knew it was widespread fraud with COVID, and they told him about it, and they got in trouble for being whistleblowers. So that's where we're at right now, folks. 400, let me get this straight. 400 employees are saying that there was widespread fraud with COVID, and they told Tim Walz, and he did nothing about it. They are also saying, now folks, this is what they're saying, that they contacted Harris, Kamala Harris. They contacted her before the election, and they told her how Tim Walz was. They said he's incompetent. He's an incompetent governor. That's what they told her, and they still picked this man as the vice president. Okay? Now listen, if you were an employer, okay, or you needed somebody as a teammate, and all these people called you and said, yo, you better watch with this dude, he's incompetent. Wouldn't you think again? And then when you meet him, I mean, the first impression of Tim Walz is he's weird, okay? Let's admit that. My first impression of Tim Walz, weird, strange, okay? Came out on the stage waving like this, pointing at people, pointing at who, okay? The man is very, very strange. You know it, I know it. And then I saw his strange wife. So when I looked at him, I looked at the wife. There is no way these people would ever in a million years get my vote. So Harris knew before she picked him that he was a total mess. He was a mess, okay? And she still picked him, folks. And she still picked him, okay? So I don't know what's going to go on with that, but that is a big thing going on. That's the biggest story of the day. COVID fraud that he knew about, that employees told him about, and when they became whistleblowers, they got disciplined. They got in trouble. So that's where we're going right now. Widespread fraud, Tim Walz in Minnesota. Now, let's do one more political, and then we'll do the crime. We'll do the crime. I said my show is about between 10 and 15 minutes every day, folks. Now, the White House is confirming. Now, the Democrats are all mad. You know, we are striking drug boats, okay? Coming from the ocean, right? We're striking drug boats. Venezuela, Mexico, whatever. We're striking drug boats, okay? Now, this boat they struck coming out of Venezuela, supposedly they struck it, okay? They disabled the drug boat, but there were still people alive on the drug boat. This is what they're saying. Now, I don't saying right now that he said to strike it one more time. Now, what do you all think about that? What do you all think about that? Because they confirmed they did the second strike. You got to realize this isn't war. It's not war. It's blowing up drug boats that are coming to this country. And I want you all to know, I agree with it 100%. I agree we should have been doing this years ago. This is going to hurt our children. When these drugs get into America, it's going to hurt our children. So listen, I totally agree with doing this. But should he have did the second strike? Okay? That's the question. Should he have did the second strike? They said there's people alive, and it's about stopping the drugs, not killing people. Okay? That's what I guess they're saying. So I don't know. I'm going to leave that up to you. I don't know about the second strike. I'm just saying. I don't know about the second strike once the boat was done and the drugs were gone. Okay? So I'm not sure about that. I'm going to let you guys decide on that one because I'm a little iffy about the second strike. Now, the crime of the day. I told you it was a quiet day so far today, guys. But remember, I'm here live every day and I'm on Rumble. So I do a show here and I do a show on Rumble every single day. And we are bringing the minor details, our podcast, over to Rumble starting next week. Not this week. One more time on StreamYard the next week. But the last case I want to go over today, YouTube, I want to go over Luigi Mangione case. Okay? This case has gave me violations on YouTube everywhere. Okay? It's gave me tons of violations. Okay? Every time I talk about this case, I get a violation. But what I want to talk about today, being a law enforcement officer of 27 years, 14 years as a detective, they are trying to get the evidence thrown out that was in his backpack, okay? Which was the note and the gun, okay? Which is pretty big, okay? And I think, don't yell at me for this, I think the evidence is going to be thrown out. Hear me out. As a detective, not just a detective, I was in charge of our investigation division, okay? They should have got a search warrant for that bag. When they went into McDonald's to arrest him, yes, they could search him for safety purposes. Pat down, search him, but I think they need a search warrant for that bag. I do. I think they could have took that bag and got a search warrant for it, okay? That's what I think, okay? I don't think they could have just searched it. They could search him. It's called search incident to arrest. So yes, a pat down, a search incident to arrest, yes, they could search his person. But a search warrant should have been for that bag. And folks, I'm telling you, you're going to be shocked. I think the evidence is going to get thrown out. I think everything in that bag is going to get thrown out because I think they needed a search warrant. Listen, as a police officer, as a detective, this is what they always say. If you say to yourself, do you think I need a search warrant? You need a search warrant. So if you say that to yourself, do you think we need a search warrant? You need a search warrant. Okay? It's better to have one than not have one. Because evidence like this, and this is the biggest piece of evidence in the case, it's probably getting thrown out, guys. It's probably getting thrown out. And I know people aren't going to want to hear that, but they needed, to me, now it's going to be up to the judges, but to me, they needed a search warrant for that bag. They really did. They really did. Now listen, guys, this is my first week of the Danny Miner Daily Show, and I promise I'm going to give the highlights of the news of the day and the crimes of the day every single day on here and Rumble, okay? And my show is going to get bigger, I promise you. I'm going to bring it up to about 20 minutes a day. Right now, I'm trying to keep it 10 to 15. I will bring the show up to about 20 minutes a day. Politics, crime, news, entertainment, I'm going to bring it all to you guys. But listen, always DM me or email me, thecrimesolver@yahoo.com. Email me if you have any questions for a cop. You ever wanted to ask the cop a question and were afraid to ask? I'm retired. I'll tell you the truth. I'll tell you the truth. So listen, the biggest thing I want you to take away today, I think Tim Walz is going to end up being in trouble. I do. Tim Walz is going to end up being in trouble because of the fraud. And people told him about it. How about they said he was incompetent and Harris still made him vice president or her vice president candidate? All right, guys, I'll see you tomorrow. I'm heading over to Rumble. If you want part 2, go over to Rumble. Love you guys.